So, this week, I found the Flat Earth Society's Wikipedia page. The thing that made us want to talk about this instantly was that I opened it up, thinking I would get a total in-depth analysis of why it's the Flat Earth Society. And the first point on the Wikipedia page is this site a joke? And they say, this is how the answer is. This site is not a joke. We are actively promoting the Flat Earth movement worldwide. There are admittedly several non-serious Flat Earth posters, but they are fairly easy to identify.
How? They're all just a budget.
We're definitely not them. We believe 100% in this theory. We're not 100%.
Well, according to this, the evidence for a flat Earth is derived from many different facets of science and philosophy. The simplest is by relying on one's own senses to discern the true nature of the world around us.
One's own senses. Is this what we're saying about how they go, you can't see the curve of the horizon, you can't, so it's flat.
That is literally what it is. It is. The world looks flat. The bottom. This is my favourite one. The bottoms of clouds are flat.
What?
And the movement of the sun. These are all examples of your senses telling you that we do not live on a spherical, heliocentric world. I don't know whether that's pronounced right, but I don't really care.
Heliocentric, does that mean like fucking... what's a central heliocentric world?
Yeah, it doesn't even have, like, you know, on Wikipedia when it has long words and you can click on it and it tells you what it means. It doesn't even have that, so your website's shite already. This is, it tells you, this is using what's called an empirical approach, or an approach that relies on information from your senses. It's just like the next subheading asks if it's connected to a religion, though, and this is so weird. That you would,
they're just dangerously stupid. They really are.
I think like I'm up for everyone having their own opinion and their own take on things, and I think talking, you know, like, oh, maybe we've been lied to. I think that is something we should talk about. But this,
yeah, I mean,
Come
like,
on.
yeah, question it, but like,
oh, wait.
fucking hell, like, and even if it is, like, so what? Everything's still the same.
No, it isn't. Why do you not understand that when we get on an aeroplane and the aeroplane takes us around the world, it's actually the pilots are in on this. Every single pilot in the world. And they make the trip longer to make it feel like we've went around the world, when really they get to the edge and then they just turn around.
It's not the first lesson of flight school.
That's the
told
first.
that, guys, you've got to be honest.
Well, I thought before I looked at this page, I thought the flat Earth theory was just that it was like a square. So we were on like a square, and like one edge was the edge.
That's
and
what I did as well, like a big placemat.
Yeah.
One edge was the edge.
Paul, do you want to demonstrate?
All right, this is the Earth as you know it. But what have I told you?
Today's going to be an educational video. So, basically, they think the Earth's a disc, as demonstrated by Paul, with the North Pole in the centre and Antarctica as a wall around the edge. So Antarctica is the biggest thing you've ever seen, and like far bigger than America, and is all around us.
Why is Antarctica there? Why is it in this reasoning? Why is it created a wall for us? What?
So I've read through the majority of this Wikipedia page when I found it, but they never answer anything why. They just like state things as if it's true, and then they just expect you to just agree with it.
Oh yeah, like they've got no scientific.
None.
As you know,
And anything in this, there's a bit where they talk about gravity or whatever,
Oh my god.
and like instead of trying to prove that gravity doesn't exist, and like sometimes I've seen like people on the internet talk about how, well, we can all jump and stuff. And how planes defy gravity, but planes don't defy gravity. Like that's not how gravity works.
We can all
Like-
jump and stuff.
like people think when you jump you're defying gravity, so it's not there. And it's like gravity's not that strong. Like that's,
what do they think? Like
So, yeah,
that everything's just meant to be glued to the ground,
Like,
all the time.
Well, they believe that it's
That's clearly
flat, so that we like the gravity, the gravity keeps us on this ball of a planet. But since they believe the planet's flat, we don't need gravity to keep us on it. So if by what I'm going from them, if we all gathered on one side of the planet and jumped, it would flip the world. Would fly up into space and would catapult the other half of the population past to Venus or some shit, if they even believe in that shit.
and they definitely don't. These
definitely
people,
don't.
These people who believe this don't think we've been in space and think everything's photoshopped. Because apparently when we first went into space and started taking pictures and stuff, it's came out, and I don't know whether even this is true. I haven't researched, but from what I've heard, the original photos of the Earth are fake because the cameras they couldn't get far away from the Earth enough to get the whole Earth in it from a camera. So they've sort of it's like many images put together, like the original ones.
Okay.
Obviously now we've got satellites and shit that can just take pictures of the world.
Yeah.
But they think everything's Photoshop.
But if it is, why? What do these liars have to gain?
Well, that's
the government, right?
that's what's never really talked about in this. And it's obvious with 9/11 and stuff and all them kind of things, and even the Cold War thing with the space travel in. It's there's a reason behind that why someone would lie.
Yeah.
It's who cares? We're all gonna, if it's flat, it's flat.
You're so right as well. They gain the superiority of knowing that they're right. That's what they gain from this.
Did you say that flat earther? He built his own rocket and tried to fly into space to see that the Earth was flat, and he got several feet in the air or something, and it just exploded. That's how clever they are.
It's just
Fucking morons.
it's just total ignorance of anything else, and anything that's brought to them is just refuted. It's just well, that doesn't happen. That doesn't exist. You're lying. And it's not even, there's no evidence.
It's just like voluntary ignorance. Just choose to disbelieve and ignore what they're like.
So wait, if these guys definitely do not believe in global warming, do they? They definitely
It would be
believe
like discular warming or something.
that's definitely going to be another video on global warming.
What I do think is the biggest reason they get. So obviously, if it's flat like a disc, the oceans would just fall off the edge.
Yeah, but it's kept in by Antarctica.
That's the reason they
But
get.
why
which I don't-
wouldn't the sun melt
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
kept
ice over
faster.
time?
I'm not even sure
because
whether-
it's just a wall. So couldn't it just melt a section of the wall over time or something, and then it all just spills out?
Yeah,
Ryan,
Also,
melting isn't a thing. Ice doesn't melt.
Is the sun? Do they believe the sun exists?
Oh yes, but
Yeah,
just
yeah.
different to what we.
Do they believe that this flat disc of Earth is in space?
No, it's on the back of a giant turtle.
No, I think from what I've read on this, and I could be totally wrong, and I'm not going to try and I'm in the explaining here with some terrible diagrams. But I think how the sun. One of the reasons they believe the Earth is flat because if it was round, they think the sun's rays. When you look at the sun, the rays sort of come in like that. Well, they believe that if the Earth was round, the sun's rays would come in a straight line.
Why?
Because apparently the sun isn't far enough away. That's what they think. The sun's not far enough away
It's quite
for it
far
to angle. And it's you do realise there's 8 planets in between us and the sun. That's not factually true. There's 3 or 4. But
There's
It's just quite angering.
it is
Just even on that diagram there, you've showed us there where it's
Yeah, I'll put
is
the
that
diagram on
the sun rotation on those
Yes,
shots?
it just
Oh yeah.
Even on their description there, the rotation of the sun goes over the fucking Antarctica, which would melt the fucking ice caps.
Yeah.
no such thing as
Oh,
mountains.
no,
Have already been
yeah,
over.
it does, yeah. It's they think that the Antarctica is holding the world together, and the North Pole is the central hub. And they also think that's why. You also think North Pole is just one big sort of ice thing.
A tower of
So,
ice.
yeah, I think, and that's why no one's, because one of the things as well is that no one's claimed Antarctic, the North Pole. Like
No
it
one's
doesn't,
claimed it.
like it doesn't belong to anyone.
These people, what
So-
a colossal waste in
This is
everyone's time. But you're a bunch of time wasters.
This is genuinely like Dark Tower level shit.
Yeah.
This huge tower in the middle of the fucking disc world that keeps everything together.
Like fucking Mordor or something.
So then you might ask, well, how is there a magnetic field? Magnets can't be unipolar, right? And I'm gonna tell you why.
Let us tell you.
Is this the only thing they've answered?
Oh, they've also answered the aircraft and the curvature of the Earth, and we're gonna get
excellent,
that.
excellent.
That's gonna be a good
Great.
one. While it's true that unipolar magnets can't exist, this isn't a problem for the flat Earth. This is because ring magnets, which are shaped like, and then it's got in brackets, you guessed it,
They've got a sense of humour, these guys.
as if it's a twist. We've jumped on it before the end of the film. You guessed it, a flat disc are capable of having radial magnetization. Now I'm not gonna lie, right? These are words that I don't really understand. So it says in a radial magnet, one magnetic pole is at the center, and the other. That's what they've literally wrote. They've got two others next to each other.
The other.
And other is at all points on the edge of the magnet. A magnet like this can be found in loudspeakers and perfectly replicates what is found on the Earth. So they think that North Pole and Antarctica are these like magnets.
Act as the
And that's-
magnetics.
yeah.
The ring. Yeah.
And that's why there's a
I'm
magnetic
seeing what they're
field.
saying.
So, but what I would like to know is, you believe the Earth's flat, so
Right.
you believe that everything else is a lie that we're being told, but yet they're still going, there's a magnetic field though. Like, what does that mean? Why? Why is that where your belief stops?
Can we go back briefly to the diagram of the sun going around the
I'm going to try and
the
put
disc?
I'm going to try the sun going around the disc.
Yeah, the GIF of
Oh,
the
the GIF.
sun.
I'm going to try and
going
put
around
it
the
in.
disc. Right.
So,
But looking at that, of course they don't believe other planets exist. Because do they all have their own sun and moon? Do we live in a universe of discs flying around space?
Well, that's what I was thinking.
With no like rotation around anything, they're just drifting.
Yeah, like, is the sun flat in this?
Is the
World
sun
view.
flat? Is it in fact a light? Like
Yeah.
a desk lamp?
Yeah, they just look like big helicopters flying across the world.
We've broken, that's it. The CIA, all 10 or so helicopters, because obviously the Earth's much smaller, and the sun is tiny in this comparison, with a giant lamp that they just fly around the air consistently.
so sorry, Dan, you go.
How do they explain the seasons?
What?
And like how
Well, they do actually. They do here.
they explain the seasons? Oh,
They do.
I'm interested.
So, according to this, when the sun is further away from the North Pole, it's winter. So obviously the North Pole's in the centre. What?
It's always
Doesn't even
far,
make
far
sense.
away from the North Pole, unless they believe it like spins inward and then
Oh
comes
no!
outward.
On this GIF here, the North Pole, the sun is actually slightly closer to the North Pole in bits.
Yeah, I see it. Yeah, it does
Right,
still
okay.
have a rotation kind of.
That is a mad thing. I hope I can put that in the video.
So again, this ice tower in the middle of the North Pole acts as some sort of gravitational force on the sun that
There's no
keeps
gravity.
it. Oh yeah, then I don't know what
Yeah,
it does.
gravity
It's
isn't
just,
a
got
force.
it's just got a giant fucking slingshot on it that swings around.
Yeah.
So
Once it wraps around too many times, the world ends.
So why, if there's no gravity, why do the sun and moon do this?
oh, it doesn't explain that.
Of course, it doesn't
Come on.
explain. They don't explain anything.
They don't
They just say this is how it is.
They're just like it here.
The next heading is, as a passenger on an aircraft, how is it I can see the curvature of the Earth? How is it I can see the curvature? Can you? No one can see the curvature of the Earth.
Not a little.
No,
I
if
feel
you look,
like a
if you look
tiny
at like,
bit, like
if
it
you look
does
at
like
like the sea, you actually
you
you
see
can
it
see
curve,
it
yeah.
like slightly.
not loads, but like
Ooh.
slightly. There's an artistic representation of the curvature of the Earth.
My granddad told us this, and he used to be a school teacher, so he knows it. He taught history, like. But
The history
Still.
of the Earth's curvature.
oh, he taught us all about the circle one time.
Oh no!
After school.
This
That was horrible. I was like, he turned off Tracy Baker, and he's like, we're gonna talk about the circle. I'm like, I don't know what a fucking circle is, for
He
Christ's
was
sake.
prepping you for this day.
So
No, I'm not saying I'm wrong.
No, you said that your granddad thinks you can see the curvature of the Earth if you're high enough up.
I didn't say if you're high enough up.
Or just in general, that's weird.
Yeah.
Okay, but anyway.
Go to the beach.
Well, it says here, quite simply, you cannot.
You can't.
You can't.
But, so this is all based on
No, this
what
is-
you can see with your senses, and then they're saying, I can't see what I can actually see.
That's exactly it.
It is widely stated you would need to be at a height of at least 40,000 feet to get even a hint of curvature if Earth were round. Commercial aircraft are not allowed to fly this high.
Yeah, you don't have to be in a
Why?
commercial aircraft,
What's the
do you?
reason?
They are only allowed to fly just under this altitude. 36,000 feet might be typical. In addition, the windows on commercial aircraft are small and heavily curved.
These people are a bunch of stupid assholes.
Even if they flew high enough for a person to see curvature, it would still not be visible to passengers. Right now, this isn't on this page, but there is also a thing that they go to is like the world's most powerful telescope. If you put that and say it was in a straight line, no buildings, the telescope wouldn't pick up on the curvature, right? But this is what I don't understand about this point, right? So if it's flat, then you're just gonna be able to see forever, right? Which is what their argument is.
You look through and you see fucking Antarctica.
Yes, you're just gonna keep seeing things until
Till we hit that ice wall.
yeah, until you hit the ice wall, basically. But we don't have a powerful enough telescope to hit the ice wall,
Yeah.
right? But like, what I don't understand is when you look, right? So you look towards, say, France from the beach.
Right.
Look towards France. Even with a telescope, you can slightly see France. Apparently, I don't know. Never done it. But like, eventually, you're not gonna, because the world's fucking like, it's gonna bend away from you. It's not gonna bend this way, is it?
Like, how are you gonna, like, fucking...
It's not Inception.
You know what you'll have to do? You'll have to build a massive circular telescope that goes right the way around the world. And basically, if you look at it and you can see your arse, then you know the Earth is round.
Well, if you've built it that far, you're
No,
going to
because
know
the
the fucking Earth's round anyway until you hit the fucking wall on.
Actually, yeah, because you'll just be like, well, the telescope is right here. At the arse.
Well, that's
End
another
of
thing that I don't understand. It's like you should be able to see this ice wall from not every country, but from the countries that are on the outer edges of this disc. You should be able to see this fucking ice wall with a telescope, but you cannot.
I just think these people had nought better to do.
I think they truly believe this, and that's really insane. Like, it's insane that they truly sit down and think, you know what, I'm going to blow some people's minds today with my telescope theory that nobody can prove.
I know, it's like, yeah, like, everything the same, just like,
This
nothing makes you go, oh yeah, maybe.
So this is the gravity shit.
This picture right here is my favourite picture ever, because
On the
when you put it on screen,
Oh.
it looks like something that you see at the beginning of a fantasy game, where it's describing how the Earth was made. And I believe it there.
I'm going to get into this.
The
Does this
Flammarion
look like?
engraving depicting a medieval missionary who claimed that he reached the horizon where the earth and the heavens met.
This is also actually like some fucking like National Treasure 3. Nicolas Cage finds this and then he has to go to the edge of the world.
So they're basing this on something from medieval times.
Yep,
Their most recent scientific fucking backend is from medieval times.
Let's say it's here.
Fucking Edmund Blackadder told them.
Why doesn't gravity pull the Earth into spherical shape? Well, let us tell you this. The Earth isn't pulled into a sphere because the force known as gravity exists in a greatly diminished form compared to what is commonly taught. The Earth is constantly accelerating. This constant acceleration causes what you think of as gravity. Imagine sitting in a car that never stops speeding. You'll be forever pushed into your seat.
That logic's impeccable, I believe.
That's the way the Earth works. It is constantly accelerating upwards, being pushed by a universal accelerator. Right, and then this is a great bit. They've got in brackets UA, as if that's like a scientific term. Like it's a UA. Universal accelerator, of
so
course.
the Earth is a big fucking car.
Yeah.
We're just fucking riding around it.
And
It's pushed upwards or something.
yeah,
This is even mate.
the disc that we're on is just flying up constantly forever.
Yeah.
I can't wait for the day that we reach the ceiling of the universe. Slam into it.
Just to go back to your fantasy thing though with this picture, right? This is known as dark energy.
It's literally the Legend of Zelda.
There are also theories of flat Earth. See, they're not even all on the same page. That thought that maintain that the Earth sits on an infinite plate with the sun moving overhead. Gravity works much like it does in a round Earth model, and the Earth will never form into a sphere because the plane is endless. So,
Wait,
this is the thing that annoys me though, right? So this is a different, this is an alternative flat Earth theory. That it's just, I mean, from this paragraph, I imagine it's just unlimited surface, but it's sort of like what the people think about the universe, whereas you get to one end and you just come back to the other.
Oh, right, okay, yeah.
Right? So, but if that's the case, then you're basically just saying the Earth's a sphere. Like, you just go around. It's just a loop. So it's like, what are you talking about? And then it says, objects cannot exceed the speed of light. Doesn't this mean that the Earth can't accelerate forever? And then, due to special relativity, this is not the case.
Special relativity.
At this point, many readers will question the validity of any answer which uses advanced, intimidating-sounding physics terms to explain a position.
Did this person who wrote this literally just go, now at this point you might think, what a load of bollocks.
And you'd be right.
I'm trying to pull it off as like they're on like a higher level.
Yeah, like they're super intelligent, they're physicists. No, it's one bloke who looked through a telescope one time and went, hold on a second. Fucking idiots.
They've reached this like optimum level of intelligence.
They're beyond human.
Nobody can get on it. It is ridiculous. There is nothing in this that even I slightly believe. There's not even like a semblance of anything that makes us question.
They're all just a bunch of deceitful cowards. Trying to line the pockets.
With all of those flat Earth seminars.
Yeah,
You know,
with
actually,
all those flat coins resembling flat Earth.
another sort of just.
Stupid willies.
But I love how when you Google flat Earth theory, the only things that come up on the first page are 10 ways to tell that the Earth isn't flat. Like it just gives you stuff that it isn't.
Well, of course, Google's going to be on our side, aren't they?
Yeah,
They're going to be on the government side, of course they are. They're not going to tell the truth.
Pushing
You go to the second page, that's where you get all the real
You
stuff.
should ask Jeeves.
He
Wow,
knows, he's a flat
That
earther.
was a callback. That wasn't it?
Okay, let's give our scores then.
I'd give this the lowest.
the
The
lowest.
lowest of anything. This is the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard.
Yes, it is.
I'd give mine 1 over 4 elephants and a giant tail.
I'd give it 1 large ice tower in the middle of the Earth.
Still mine. I'd give it 1 space shuttle over the actual round Earth, because that's the truth. The truth is out there.
Your score is just, I would give it the truth.
What the fuck
But
do
a
I
1.
even say?
Come on, Dan. We'll wait on you.
I'd give it 1 round earther out of gravity is a fucking thing, you stupid